Battles of Legend, Glorious Gallery, hit stores on the 4th of June. Make sure you head down to your local OTS to pick these up while you can. That's right, finally here is the brand new Battles of Legend, Glorious Gallery. And as you can see, sprayed over the box, we've got brand new chibi artworks for Yugioh, Dark Magician Girl, Tour Guide, and then we've got Constella M7. We also have, and what I love about this set, is that we are also going to get more extended art cards. I'm so excited though, because this has legacy support for Tellarknights, Shadows, and even more. Look, even when we look like the side, we've got Sun Skull, we've got Shien. So I actually can't wait to dive into this box, because I'm a massive fan of Tellarknights. Oh my god, Deltaros is in here! I did not know there was chibi artworks for Deltaros. Yo! Even more excited now. So, a little bit of a backstory, as a bit of nostalgia, as I crack open this box. My first pack back was Duelist Alliance. And in my first pack back, I pulled a Deneb. So, Tellarknights are an absolute favourite of mine. My first deck back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, super excited. So I'm actually really hyped for this set. I want to see all of the brand new Tellar cards. I want to put Tellarknights together. Even Shadows. Like, don't get me wrong, Shadows are amazing as well. But Tellarknights for me, that's the way. So as always, massive shout out to Konami for allowing me to open these boxes early for you all to see. 24 packs a box. It looks like there is a good balance of purple and green. Love that colour coding, actually, as well. Zombie Vampire? Nice. Not Zombie Vampire. That's a different card. Anyway, let's start off with our first pack. So 5 cards per pack, all will be foil. Yeah, and kind of go from there. Start off with Card Destruction. That goes to Dark Worlds. Dragon's Ravine, nice upgrade on that one. Mistaken Arrest, nice reprint. Invoked Raijin. And Thou Shadow Grista, the first of the brand new Shadow monsters. So, flip effect, as all Shadow monsters pretty much are. Target one non-rock Shadow monster in your graveyard. Apply its effects to activate when it's flipped face up. Nice. If it's sent to graveyard via card effect, you get to fusion summon a Shadow fusion monster from the extra deck by banishing its materials from the hand, field, and or grave. You can't special summon from the extra deck. The turn you activate its effect is set Shadows. You can only use one effect per turn. I actually love that. Like a double fusion. And this is like the Gimmick Puppet Shadow, I think, which is really cool. So for those of you that are unfamiliar with the lore behind Shadows, you'll see that there are like Tele Shadows, there's Infernoid Shadows, like just the way the story blends is absolutely amazing. Ooh, the Hidden City. That's a nice reprint. Poisonous Viper. Wow, that card's scary. You reveal this card in the hand, special summon it, or if your opponent controls no monsters, special summon it to their field in defense position instead. Once turn during your standby phase, take 500 damage. If it is banished or sent to the graveyard by card effect, target a set spell trap your opponent controls, destroy it. Your opponent cannot activate that card in response to this effect activation. Ah, that's interesting. Queen of Thorns. Wow, that needed a reprint. So really nice for Black Rose Dragon. El Shadow Anontelis. And Tellarknight Trevere. Nice. This was like the classic card. Like, summon it out in Tellers, return all cards on the field except itself. And then if this card is with materials disintegrate, target a Teller in your graveyard and special summon it. Nice. Secret. Very, very shiny. I used to love the colour codes of Tellarknights because it was always like greens, purples, and reds. It just looked really cool. Oh, I can't wait to build Tellers. This is so exciting. Pyramid Turtle. Woohoo! That's a classic reprint. Reshido Incarnation. Fairy Tale Sleeper. Oh. Well, with Fairy Tale Snow back, maybe there's an ultra rare Fairy Tale Snow in this one. Pear Bear Scare. Fluffle support, please. Your opponent can reveal one Pear Bear Scare in their hand or deck. And if they do, each player gains 2,000 life points. If they do not, you get to destroy one monster your opponent controls. If this card is sent from the field to the grave, add this card to your opponent's hand. You can only use each effect once per duel. You can only activate one per turn. Ah, Vampire Lord. Ooh, our chibi is Vampire Lord. Woohoo! There we go. It looks really cool. Really cool. I do like the chibi artworks. There are some that I'm like, wow. Like, I really want to get like a... I think they come in Starlight Rare. I'd really like to get a Shien That'd be really cool. And I definitely want to get Deltaros as well. Whoa! Dracotail Sting gets a rarity upgrade. Nice! Scum? Oh my god, this is taking me back. Scum is an ultra rare. Witch's Strike. Furialize! Furialize getting an upgrade to ultra rare. Hell yeah! An El Shaddai Fusion. Wow. Furialize, if you've been somewhere else, is such an important card for Doomsies, Archmages, Elf Notes, like just the whole kind of Midius the Pure elements. Starting off with Beta Evolution Pill, Ultra Transcendence. Treat 2 monsters from the hand and or field, including a Dino. Special summon a level 5 or higher Dino from the deck or extra deck with an equal or higher attack than the total attack of those tributed monsters. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon from the extra deck except Dino, Dragon, Sea Serpent, or Worms. Ooh, this could be kind of cool in GMX. Fiendsmith Requiem reprint as an ultra rare? Hell yeah! Oh my god, are they going to put Tract in here? Condemn Witch, nice reprint. Furialize Overdrive. These are all so cool. Like, I love the color, again, the color scheme on this and the artwork on these. And it's a 10 Altair as a secret rare upgrade. Nice. I think this card originally only had a super rare, so that's really cool. Altair was like the revive from the graveyard. Such a cool card. Rank 4s, man. That's how they were. Invoked Kaliga. Gargaga Illusion. If you control a Gargaga monster, target a monster in your grave, special summon it, then you can make its level and rank become equal to that of one Gargaga you control. If this card is in the grave, except the turn it was sent there, banish it. Immediately after the effect resolves, normal summon a Gargaga. Cool. Raigeki Break, classic. Hidden City again. Dragoonity. Ooh, this is one of the new Dragoonies. Wow, this looks so cool. Look at the green. Green looks really nice. So while this card is equipped with an equipped card, your Dragoonity monster cannot be destroyed by battle. You can only use each of the following effects once per turn. If it is normal or special, you get to add a Dragoonity spell or trap from the deck to the hand. Target one Dragoonity monster you control, return it to the hand or extra deck. Then you get to special summon a Dragoonity monster from your hand. Nice. I like that. That looks really clean. Carrying on. Let's knock that down a little bit. There we go. Whoa, Shadow Weaver Knight. What? Is this like an old, like, I've never seen this card before. This looks amazing. Cannot be destroyed by battle. Each time a card or cards is placed in your opponent's spell and trap zone, excavate the top cards of your deck until you excavate a monster and equip it to this card as an equip spell. Place the rest on the bottom of the deck in any order. Gain attack and defense equal to the total levels of monsters equipped to it times 300. If the total levels of monsters equipped to this card are higher than 21, destroy this card. Wow. It looks amazing. It's really weird though, but really cool. Way! Okay, Exosystem Betrayal. This is where it's going to have the updated text. So if a monster or monsters is sent to your opponent's graveyard, even during a damage step, you can activate this effect. Your opponent banishes one of them. Really cool. And it's a nice upgrade as well to an ultra rare. It's a 10 Light Skybridge. I used to love this back in the day. A lot of people wasn't the biggest fan of it, but I thought this card was cool. You target a 10 Light monster you control, you special summon a 10 Light monster with a different name from the deck, and if you do, you shuffle that targeted monster back into the deck. So it basically allowed you to dodge targeted effects, which is really nice. Arc Rebellion XEs and Junk Meister. If this card is in the hand, reveal a Warrior or Stardust Synchro monster in your extra deck, special on this card. You can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Synchros. If this card is normal or special, you get to add a junk card from the deck to your hand except itself. Target a junk monster you control, reduce its level by up to 2. Wow, this is really cool. I like this card. It's a nice extender for a non-tuner as well. Now what is it? You target a junk monster you control, reduce its level by up to 2. Wow, that's amazing, because if you go Junk Synchron and then negate the Junk Synchron, you can summon down the Meister, and the Meister can reduce his level by 2, which then opens up the door for Synchro level 5, which gets you into your Junk Speeder, and then build on from there. So that's really cool. Arrow of Regulus. Woohoo! If you control Regulus, the Prince of Endymion, activate one of these effects. Destroy a monster your opponent controls that battled this turn. When a normal or quick play spell is activated, negate that effect during your main phase. You can banish this card from the graveyard, then target a Regulus, the Prince of Endymion, or a monster that mentions it in your grave and special summon it. That's cool. Mayhem Fur Hire, nice reprint. Zap Mustang. Falling Cheetah. So cannot be tributed nor used as material for a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link summon. While face up on the field, if a monster or monsters is special summoned to your opponent's field, while this card is in your monster zone, target one of them, give control of this card to that monster's controller. Also, that monster cannot be tributed nor used as material for a fusion, synchro, Xyz, or link. while this monster is face up on the field. Wow, that's really weird, but kind of cool. And another chibi in the form of Summon Skull. Look how cool he looks. That looks so cool. Ugh, Summon Skull is like one of my favourite cards. Next to Dark Magician, but like Summon Skull was always so cool. They're so cool. Just looked really menacing. And it's obviously original started at Yugioh as well. Zoroa, the Magister's Confligent Calamity. What a name for. Invoked Purgatrio. Constellar Telenites. I think this was originally a Super S. This is another nice upgrade. Graph! Ooh, are we going to get all the Burning Abyss cards as Ultra Rare? That'd be really nice. And Lev Shadow Fusion. When this card is activated, you send a fusion monster from your extra deck to the grave. Tribute a fusion monster to special summon a Shadow Fusion monster with a different attribute from your extra deck, and it's treated as a fusion summon, but its attack becomes 0. You can only use each effect once per turn. Also, you cannot special summon from the extra deck the turn you activate this effect except Shadows. Nice. This looks really cool as well. Really cool. Beautiful card work. I know, like, I'm not even halfway through the box, but this is what I do with my boxes. I like to read the cards. I like to kind of explain where the cards come from, how they work, and give as much information as possible. Gaga Escape. Look at that. He's running away. Running away from his chains. When your opponent activates a monster effect while you control a Gaga monster, negate the activation, then you discard a card. If you do special summon a Gaga monster from the deck, you can banish this card from the graveyard, change as many Gaga monsters you control as possible to defense, and if you do, for the rest of this turn, Gaga monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle, or card effects. That's cool. Arraignment Reincarnation. Special summon Reincarnation tokens, up to a number of cards in your graveyard that are equipped spells or traps, with effects that equip themselves as equipped cards, then you get to apply the following effects. Can't special summon for the rest of the turn. Destroy as many monsters in your spell and trap zone as possible, including this card. As many cards, not monsters. Then set as many cards as possible from the graveyard that are equipped spells or traps with the effect that equip themselves. Wow, okay. Shared Ride, classic. Lacrima, whoa! Lacrima reprint, let's go. And Rishido Wendy, nice. Wow, Lacrima reprint's insane. I think it's only tracked, right? Tracked is the only one that's not got one. Ooh, S-Force Bridgehead. No way, is the new S-Force support in here? I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm pretty sure it's in like Chaos Origin, isn't it? Dragoonity Falchion. So you can banish this card from the hand or graveyard. Target a Dragoonity monster you control. Equip to Dragon Dragoonity from the deck or graveyard to it as an equipped spell. While this card is equipped to a Dragoonity, you get to send this card to the grave. Target a face-up card your opponent controls and banish it. What the heck? Shinshen Matsuri. Once per chain, if an effect monster is special summon except during damage step, target one of them. Special summon a Shinshen token to its controller's opponent's field in defense position. Once per battle, at the start of the battle phase, you get to destroy both this card and then and as many tokens on the field as possible. And if you do special summon a Ibisu token, this token's attack becomes the number of tokens destroyed by 700. Wow, okay. Pyramid Tail. And another chibi. Wow, 3 chibis. Tour Guide from the Underworld. Ooh, nice. That's 3 chibis and we haven't even hit half the box yet. That's cool. Come on, where's my Deltaros? Give me Deltaros. First Strike Advantage. Once per turn, when an attack is declared involving your monster, you get to roll a 6-sided die and apply the effects to the monster based on the result until the end of the turn. If both monsters were in the same column when this card was activated, choose the effect instead of rolling. 1 or 4. The first time it would destroy by battle card effect is not. 2 or 5, it loses 500 attack and is unaffected by spell and traps. 3 or 6, it gains 1,000 attack and it can make up to 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase. Mermail Abyss Gund needed a reprint. Hey, Red Nova! Red Nova goes from a common and a secret to now an ultra rare. Nice. Penetration Fusion. If a monster or monsters would be destroyed about this turn, fusion summon 1 fusion monster from your extra deck using monsters from your hand or field, and if you do, it gains the following effect. Quick effect, you attribute this card, then target a face-up monster you control, it gains 500 attack. You can only activate 1 penetration fusion per turn. And there it is! There it is! Satellarknight Deltaros. Wow, that's 4 chibis. This looks really cool as well. I'd love to see this as a Starlight Rare. This is really cool. I like that. That's so cool. I didn't even realise that was in this set. That's an absolute bonus. Oh, beautiful card. I remember you back in the day. I'm pretty sure that was the first Ghost I ever got as well. Shadow Fusion, classic. Constellar Pallades. Grey Cube's Inscription. That's a nice reprint. Asceticism of the Sixth Samurai. That's another nice reprint. And Dragoonity Knight Ashelon. This needed a reprint as well, actually. It's kind of a nice reprint. Again, looks beautiful as a secret rare. Okay, we're going to try and power through now. Hopefully there'll be less cards for us to read, but with sets like this, there's just so much for you to read. It's great. Another first strike. Sabersaurus, Consider Tellarknights, and Regulus the Prince of Endymion. There you go. I believe this was like, I think it was a promo. So the first time this card would destroy a battle each turn, it is not destroyed. You can only use each of final effects once per turn. If it is in the hand, you get to reveal one other spellcaster in your hand. You lose life points equal to the revealed monster's level times 300. And if you lose special on this card, and if it's special on you, add a spell that mentions Regulus. So that gets you the quick play spell card. That's cool. Kind of looks like a mini Celtic Guardian. I really want Celtic Guardian to get an art to like a full art type. That'd be sick. Rocket. I see a little bit of extra shine, I'm not going to lie. Rocket Recharger. Ooh, Blabberudo Drago. This is a card that I think has only had like one print. This is really cool. So once per turn, send a Gemini monster from the hand to the grave. Target a spell attack your opponent controls, destroy it. When this card is destroyed and sent to the grave, target one Gemini in your grave and special summon it. And if you do, it becomes an effect monster and it gains its effects. Unbreakable Xyz Barrier. Silver Rocky Dragon. Wow, that's a nice reprint. And the extra shine. Ooh, Starlight Rare Mistaken Arrest. Wow. This card puts in so much work inside decks right now. Until the end of the next turn, after this card is resolved, neither player can add cards from their deck to the hand except by drawing them. So, I mean, we all know how powerful Draw Not Bird is. Just imagine having Mistaken Arrest as another way of stopping your opponent kind of like gaining so much hand advantage. It is except by drawing them, so thankfully Clown Crew can still play. A second Beta Evolution Pill. Invoked Raijin. Endless Bond. Oh, Magispector Unicorn Kirin. And Bond Between Teacher and Students as a secret rare. So this is a card that looks beautiful. Just look at that shine. It did recently get a Starlight Rare, I believe, in Rarity Collection 5. But now, again, it was kind of a nice, accessible card. S-Force Rapper. This is nice because obviously all the new S-Force in Chaos Origin. And the Invoked cards, actually. That makes more sense. Fawns of Violent Poison. It's always treated as a Predap card. Target a Starving Venom Fusion Dragon in your monster zone. It cannot attack this turn. Destroy as many monsters your opponent controls as possible with less attack than it. Then you can discard your entire hand, and if you do, inflict damage to your opponent equal to the combined original attack of monsters destroyed by this effect. What? That's insane. Falling Cheetah. And a Secret Rare Raiders Knight. That's another nice upgrade as well. This looks really cool. Okie dokie. Maybe all my chibis were on one side. Dragunity Divine Winds. Nice. Genin the Maid of Endymion. So it's always treated as a Witchcraft card. If you control a spellcaster monster and this card is in the hand, special on this card. During the main phase, quick effect, target a spellcaster monster you control, banish it, and if you do, special summon a Witchcraft the monster from the deck, except itself. Nice. Fearalized Liberation. It kind of makes no surprise that all of these are getting a nice upgrade. Sabersaurus and Queen of Dragon Jin. Again, looks amazing. Like the color schemes on these cards are crazy. Extra shine. Come on, show me some more tellers. Unbreakable Xyz Barrier. Zoroa, Ferrita Aurelia, Dragunity Divine Lance, and El Shaddai Fusion. We have 4 packs left. Well, this is the 5th pack, so we've got 5 packs left, including this pack. Xeno Meteorus, nice. Invoked Gedes, Exorcist of Betrayal, nice. Need 1 more of those. Statue of Anguis, that needed an upgrade from a common. And Overtuning! Wow! Oh, wow. If you control a tuner, special summon a tuner from the hand, deck, or grave. Also, you can't special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn after this card resolves except Synchro monsters. You can only activate 1 Overtuning per turn. Wow, wow, wow. This is going to go so hard in Cool Tunes. Wow, okay. Ooh, that's a big card. That is a big card. Big card. Whoa, so cool. Poisonous Viper, Dragunity, Gateway of the Six, nice. Fearalize Overdrive, and Armades, Keeper of the Boundaries. Nice, quite important for the Elf-No, hybrids. So Elf-No, Fiendsmith hybrid. Okay, 3rd pack. Ooh, Ghost Fairy Alpha Bia. This is a card that was quite interesting. I think it was for Radiance. But once per turn, reveal a wind monster in your hand. Until the end of your opponent's next main phase 1, neither player can activate the effects of monsters with a higher level. So you'd reveal like a level 1 or a level 3 or something, and then everything higher than that couldn't activate its effects. Substitute, Gaga Illusion. Barricade Board Blocker. Wow, about time you had some gold lettering, my friend. Love this card. And Stellar Nova Binding. So activate one of these effects, but you cannot special summon from the extra deck for the rest of the turn except Xyz. So you've got like, I think it's Deltaros here. It's like an amazing battle scene. So that's the new Shadow monster there. Not quite sure who this is. But either way, discard a card, and if you do, special on a Teller or a Constellar monster from the deck with a different type from the monsters you control. Target a face-up monster your opponent controls, up to the number of Tellers and Constellar monsters you control, and negate their effects to the end of the turn. Only activate one binding per turn. Nice. Penultimate 2 packs. Do we do this as a bumper pack? No. Let's do it one by one. Ooh, 7th Tachyon. That's a way to start. Nice reprint. This might actually put in quite a bit of the work for Stellars, actually. It's one deck I haven't tried this in yet, is Tellarknights. Fairy Tale Snow, there we go. We knew you were there. Dragoonity Divine Wind, Mayhem Furhire, and Satellarknight Deneb, the classic. The absolute first card I pulled, first high rarity card I pulled back in Yu-Gi-Oh! As an ultra rare. If it's summoned, add a Tellarknight monster from the deck to the hand, except itself. Stratos walked so that you could run. Absolutely beautiful card, that one. Okay, and then our final card of this pack. El Shadow, Shikunaga. Fairy Tale Rocker. Have we got like one of every Fairy Tale main deck monster now? I think we have. Dragoonity Divine Lance, Gateway of the Six, and our final card is Mirror Barrier. Target face on monster you control, equip this card to it with the following effects. Once per battle step, if the equipped monster battles an opponent's monster, you get to destroy that opponent's monster. If this card is destroyed, you get to add an Armament Reincarnation from the deck to the hand. Only use the effect once per turn. It's really cool. I actually quite like that, like an equipped style deck. It's really cool. Kind of reminds me of like Noble Knights and Infinite Noble Knights and everything else in between. Okay, that was interesting. Really, really kind of cool range on this one. A lot of cool cards. Some nice reprinted upgrades, which is really cool. Some nice new cards. This one here, this one's massive. I think this is going to be really important going forward. Definitely Exorcist of Betrayal is a good card to get as it changes up. Yeah, there's just a lot of cool cards in here that I quite like. Starlight Mistaken Arrest, Verdinaz. Regulus. This is a card that I'm quite interested in. It'll be interesting to see what can be built around those. And then Tellarknights, Dragoonity, Shadows, Red Nova getting a reprint as well. Yeah, and some nice chibis. And I got the Deltaros chibi that I wanted, so I'm like super happy with that. Anyway, thank you so much to Konami for allowing me to open these up early for you all to see. I'm a massive Tellarknight fan, so this was always going to be like a set that sits really close to the heart on this one. Taking it back to the day that I got back into Yu-Gi-Oh! Really, really fun. Battles of Legend Glorious Gallery will be available from your local stores as of the 4th of June. You can pick them up a day early from your local OTS stores on the 3rd of June. So make sure you grab these while you can.